Hello, everybody. Today's reflection, or rather yesterday's reflection, is on resizing your giant. And I'll start. One of the many things the devil lies about is the strength of your giant. Your giant may be big, but it is no bigger than Jesus. You have the power, no matter how helpless or broken down you feel, to choose what you set before you today. You can either fix your eyes on the giant or lift your eyes higher to the God of heaven and earth. With the Almighty in view, your giant will be resized by God's greatness. We forget about the powerful work of Jesus on the cross to defeat every giant, destroying once and for all the power of sin, death, and the grave. We forget that He created the universe with just a word and sustains all things by His almighty power. We forget He has promised us to lead us through the valley and fulfill His purpose for our life. So, do whatever you must today to move Jesus into view. To remember His work on the cross. Put Him in front of your anxiety, depression, panic, or worry. Let Him stand in front of them all. And when He is there, worship Him for who He is. So, today's reflection I wrote. Today serves as a reminder for me to offer up my insecurities and anxiety to God, no matter how daunting and intimidating they may be. I am reminded that God has came and conquered many impossible things already. Nothing is truly bigger than He is. I forgot to say, today it's looking like a pretty beautiful day, man. Sheesh. I think what I get out of this is, again, another reminder that as humans, we are constantly worried and worrying all the time. And this to us is our giant. And this Bible plan today, or rather yesterday, tells me that this worry is a giant. And no matter how big this giant may be, just remember that God is always bigger. And so I guess I could share a little story yesterday. So yesterday when I was attending my stock, I guess, seminar, what do you call it? Yeah, let's just call it a stock seminar. There was a lot of background noise. And because I have 3 siblings, so 2 of them like to make a shit ton of... Actually, all of them like to make a lot of noise, including me lah, but I was trying to really concentrate at that point, so I wasn't really making noise. And it was so hard to pay attention. And I guess I lost my cool a few times because, you're just sitting down there studying where the Wi-Fi can reach you. And you can hear a bunch of monkeys in the background screaming. And at that point you think, okay, what would Jesus do? But it's so easy to just, shout back at them to just shut up. That I guess that was the path I took instead of really pondering on what Jesus would do. And so it really makes me wonder how perfect of a God we used to have, or rather we have, as in how perfect Jesus used to be. Yep, anyways, I think I have a long way to go, but I'm glad that I realized that. So yeah. Next Bible plan is on God's purpose being greater than your problems and pain. So I think they tie into they are related to each other for some reason. When we go through difficulties in life, the first thing we try to do is blame someone else. But it doesn't matter where your problem came from. God still has a purpose. Or still has a purpose for it in your life. Sorry. Even when you do stupid things, or when others hurt you intentionally, He can use it. God's purpose is greater than your problems and your pain. God has a plan. You need to look past that temporal pain and look instead at the long-term benefits in your life. Romans chapter 5 verses 3 to 4 says, "We can rejoice, too, when we run into problems and trials, for we know that, they help us to learn to be patient." Why so weird? Anyways. And patience develops strength of character in us and helps us to trust God more each time we use it, until finally our hope and faith are strong and steady. Can you relate to this? What's the purpose of your problems and difficulty? God wants you to learn something. Every storm is a school. Every trial is a teacher. Every experience an education. Every difficulty is for your development. Most of us are slow learners. If you don't learn something, God will bring it up again in your life. It will come back. Because God is more interested in your character than He is in your comfort. He is more interested in seeing you become more like Christ than He is making things easy for you. Some of you are facing a major difficulty right now. It may be an illness or guilt or financial problem or strain in a relationship. Does God have a word for you while you're going through your difficulty? Absolutely. God is saying to you, do not give up. Grow up. Fulfill the purpose of your difficulty, which is becoming more and more like the person He created you to be. Yeah, that's about it. So, I guess this Bible plan is telling me that, no matter how big your trials may be, how big your problems may be, just treat all of them like, I guess, an opportunity to really grow as a person. Character development. When you watch a movie, character development is one of the most important aspects of each movie lah. And that is, I guess, what God intends for you to have in your life, to really grow in character so that you may become more like the person that He was created you to become. I say He created you to become. What am I saying? Yeah. And honestly, it's through this month where I've truly realized that all these insecurities, all these setbacks, everything negative in life, right, is actually a good thing, because it is only through these so-called problems which we can truly grow as individuals. If we are always very comfortable, if we are always seeking comfort and we are always just chilling there, there is no growth. There's no growth. The only constant in life is, supposed to be change, right? And I think right now, I was telling Lionel, I really yearn for suffering. And that might sound really stupid, but it is the truth, because it is really only through suffering. It is through the contrary which we can practice our virtues. Yeah. So for example, from infidelity comes faith. From suffering comes joy. From, I guess, impatience comes patience. And from pride comes humility. And so, yeah, I yearn for suffering. Just so that I can become more like him, you know? Peace. Thanks for watching.